Overthinking robs us of so much, like so much. All last week, I wanted to come on here and finish out my journaling series. I'm supposed to be doing 3 ways in which journaling changed my life, because it has, but clearly it hasn't gotten me to stop overthinking it, and I still get into my head every now and again. And I went videoless last week, and I was like, now that things are starting to move again and I have plans and things are in motion, I'm now again feeling like my back is against the wall and I have to make things happen. And I hate being in that space of I need to get things done now. Like, I had all the time before to do the things. Why didn't I do that when I had the time? And we get into our head, and I'm thinking to myself, I don't like my hair, my nails aren't done. Like, you know, as someone who I'm not 100% into makeup, I do makeup every now and then. So I'm like, okay, I can't get on video with no makeup, no hair, no nails, no nothing. I have to be at least a little bit presentable. And sure, but those were not sufficient reasons to not get on here and do my videos. And so this is me getting on here and doing my video. Even I did this hair last week and I do not like it at all. I'm mad to take it out. But I wanted to still come on here and talk about how to get out of your own head, because it is it's a problem that I face, and this is me doing the things even though I'm overthinking and stressing out on all the things. Overthinking a lot of the times when we are faced with problems in our life, we know the solution. A lot of the times when we are faced with, I'm not saying all the time, but a lot of the times when we are faced with issues in our lives, we know exactly the steps to take to get ourselves out of the problem. And we are the problem. We are the problem. Get out of your own way. This is me getting out of my own way and kind of coming to share some solutions that I think are necessary to help us to move forward in life when we feel crippled because of foolishness, like whatever reason. So if you've been following my journey for a little while, just a little while, you would have known that in November was my best month on YouTube to date. And it wasn't no staggering numbers. It was just a result of the consistency that I was putting out in November. I tried a few different things. There was a week there where I tried to do videos every single day, and that it worked, but it didn't, because I realized that even though I was putting out videos every single day, they were getting like 200 and 300 views. And so to me, it makes more sense to do like a couple of videos per week that you spend more time on, so that the videos hit and get more views than 200 and 300 views. You know, I don't want to be just putting out these low quality, low production videos all the time that are not hitting and people are just watching 200 and 300 times. You know, I prefer to spend the time to make good quality videos that actually get thousands of views. But it definitely showed me that, you know, consistency was lacking, and consistency is where I'm lacking now again. And so I'm coming on and doing this video simply because I do not want to fall into the trap of, where is Monique? Why is she not putting out the videos again? Because we had this conversation in August where I went to Jamaica and I did not do any videos while I was in Jamaica, and I told myself, oh, I'm just taking my time off for myself, and you know, when I get back to Mexico I will do videos. But if you want to make YouTube or anything your career, you have to be consistent at it. You can't just start and, oh yeah, take time off already. That not gonna work. And so this time around, I was not being consistent simply because I was just in my head about a bunch of things that just never need to be in my head. Like, I never needed to be in my head about any of these things. And so this is me like putting aside all of the insecurities, all of the reasons, and the overthinking to the side and saying, you have to get it done. Because you said that you wanted to be a YouTuber this year, that you were going to make it so that YouTube is one of your actual like profitable sources of income that you're making thousands of dollars, not just the hundreds of dollars that you've been pulling in, but this is the year that I'm going to turn YouTube into a considerable income source for me. And I'm not going to do that if I'm constantly in my head about, oh, my life is boring, oh, I got too fat, oh, my hair is not done. Like, girl, we've seen some of these videos that people are putting out and getting thousands of views on. All of that is not necessary. It's nice. It's definitely nice to feel confident in yourself that, you know, you look good when you show up on screen. But I know that it is not 100% necessary, especially when I want to do just these kind of sit down videos where we're talking and I'm sharing, like, you know, things like these. I don't need to be all done up. Overthinking also trickles over into a lot of my other goals that I have for myself. Let's put it that way. So, you know, I have a very, very firm goal of physical fitness this year. And one of the things that I'm supposed to be doing is going out to walk at least 5 times per week, because right now I have the privilege of spending my time however I see fit. I have the luxury of getting up and deciding how my days go, because I don't have, like, you know, a 9 to 5 that I have to go to or anything. I have time in my days. And so I'm supposed to be engaging in physical activity at least 5 times per week to get to my goals, because I have put on quite a bit of weight considerably in the latter part of last year. Ciao. Ask me how much time I go walk last week. I don't know why I allow myself to get into my head and be like, it don't make no sense, or why am I doing this, and then it just trickles over into all these other aspects of my life, and I'm having multiple different day ones, and I am having to start over, and it's getting exhausting. And so this is me kind of catching myself before I go too far down the hole of I don't want to say depression, because I don't think I suffer from depression or anxiety or anything like that. This is me just catching myself before I allow overthinking to cripple myself and lose the momentum that I had started here on YouTube. That's just what I'm doing. And then, you know, momentum, whenever you have momentum in any area of your life, it trickles over into other aspects. Just like how when you cripple yourself with overthinking, it trickles over into other aspects of your life, and you start to drop the ball in all other aspects of your life that you really want to not be dropping the ball. Whenever you have just a little bit of momentum in one aspect of your life, it motivates you to do other things in your life. So the thing for me with, you know, just getting it done and getting the videos done and putting the videos up and out there again is, even if these videos don't hit, you know, this is a lesson that I'm taking from that experiment in November. Even if the videos do not hit every time you put out those low quality, or I don't want to say low quality, because I don't think that they are low quality. I think that they are not the videos that I want to be putting out right now. They are not the production value that I would love to be putting out right now. Like, if you ask me what kind of YouTube channel I would love to have, it would be a travel channel. It would be, you know, me vlogging trips and days in my life where I'm actually getting up and going out and doing things outside. Like, but a lot of my days right now are just inside the house, working away on the computer, trying to make sure that, you know, I spring myself forward into the next phase of life on solid ground and on solid footing. That's why I'm here in Florida right now, is building up that, oh Lord, as Mr. Florida, one lizard run, come out. Anyways, this is why I'm here in Florida now, kind of building that solid foundation so that things don't get shaky for me again in the future, like it did in Mexico when I had that rug pull. But even if I'm putting out, you know, sit down videos, and they're getting 200 and 300 views, I think, you know, continuing with that momentum is going to propel me forward and motivate me to keep going in other aspects and other areas of my life too. So that's why I'm still coming on here and still doing the video and doing the things, because if you came because of the title and you're like, how do I get over my overthinking? How do I push myself to do the things even though, how do I get myself out of my own way? The answer for me is to just do the thing. Do the thing. And if you can't do the thing that you're wanting to do, then do something else. Because for me, I find that, as I said, momentum trickles over. And so if you're not able to get out of your own way to do the big thing that you know you are needing to do, then do something else. And for me, it was the physical activity. It was, okay, let me do what I can do so that I can get up the courage to do what I want to do, the thing that I know I need to do. And when I was outside walking more often, it motivated me to say, all right, let me start to do something else. Once you find that momentum in one area of your life, it does trickle over into the others. And so what I suggest to you is find something adjacent to the thing that you want to do and see how that works out for you. So one of the reasons that I have finally decided to come on and do this video is because I've started to get back into a morning routine. A morning routine is something that was very, very important to me when things were good. Let's just put that there. That when things were good in Jamaica, I had a morning routine. I had a set kind of way that my day went. And my morning routine included journaling. It included getting up and making my favorite cup of tea, which currently is chai. And then it included a bit of movement. So I bought a yoga mat and I have been doing some yoga practice here in, just in the living room. And it has been phenomenal in kind of saying, okay, I have momentum going in one aspect of my life. I have something to look forward to. I'm getting up and I'm making my tea and I'm doing my morning routine. And that has trickled over into, okay, it's time to get this other aspect of my life moving. And here we are finally putting out this YouTube video. I have another YouTube video that is currently being exported. I think that one is going to go out before this one, so by the time you've seen this video, you will know that I'm currently growing momentum again on my YouTube channel. And I'm excited to share that I do some of this momentum is because things have started moving again for me in terms of what the next stage of life is going to look like. I've made some bookings, I've made some plans, there's movement again, and I'm happy. I'm so happy about that. The countdown has begun. I can't wait. But yeah, we're gonna get up out of Florida and make some movements happen. And I'm excited to, of course, bring you along on that journey and share what that's like. So for those of you who are truly here because you read the title and you're like, I am currently going through some crippling overthinking, I need to get out of my own way, I did plug this into my little personal assistant. I love me some ChatGPT, honey. And I simply said, what are some ways to get out of your own head? Because I needed that kick in my behind. Here's what ChatGPT said. And here's my thoughts on what it said. Engage in physical activity. Unfortunately for me, when I get into my own head, it even cripples me in terms of physical activity, which is the one area I don't want it to cripple me in, because physical fitness to me right now is high on my goal list, because I've allowed myself to put on all of this weight last year and I have to shed this child. This weight has got to go by summer. Like, every time I put on weight, I feel big and swatty. I just feel like mud frog. Is it bullfrog? Mud frog? Listen, my face feel, it's gotta go. And so for me, when overthinking cripples me in terms of my physical fitness, it's double crippling, because now I start to get into a depressed mode if I'm not allowing myself to go out and exercise. Like, what is that? So I agree that whenever it is that you are in a process of overthinking, you want to get up and go out and do some kind of physical activity. But I also understand how difficult that is to be like, I know I should be doing this thing. I know I should go out and take a walk. I know I should put on a yoga YouTube video. I know I should use some equipment that I have here. why am I not doing this? It is so mind-boggling to me how our mind really and truly cripples us sometimes. And that's why I said, like, for, you know, ChatGPT is saying engage in physical activity. I know how hard that can be. And so what I was sharing is, for me, what worked is finding momentum somewhere else, somewhere that feels easy. And so the morning cup of tea, let me tell you, child, find it anywhere you can find it. If it is just having a cup of tea to look forward to in the morning, it worked for me. And then just getting used to that again has allowed me the momentum to be like, all right, I'm ready for this next step. Practice mindfulness or redirect your energy. Redirection works a lot for me. So if you are focused on, let's say you just went through a heartbreak, and so you're focused on the woman, they tell you that what works to try and get over this situation is to bury your mind in something else, whether that's a hobby, whether that's your job, whether that's physical activity. Some of us, you know, we get the revenge body from getting up and going to the gym when we're going through the heartbreak. For me, like, if I'm trying to manifest money in my life, I'm trying to bring about a job or, you know, a client, what I do is to redirect my energy somewhere else, because you're going to feel desperation if you're thinking about the lack of money. So I think about something else. This is where I actually try to take up a creative hobby and put my efforts there. And that's how I ended up, you know, starting to do press-on nails. That's how I ended up starting to create. I used to make clay earrings. I absolutely love. I can't wait to be settled back in a space where I can get back equipment to do my clay earrings, because I love to do those creative habits. And then once your energy is redirected and you're no longer focused on the problem, the solution has a way of coming to you. You can start to attract the thing that you want, whether it's the getting over the heartbreak or it's the attracting the job or whatever. Changing your environment is something that works to an extent. So, you know, like, getting up and moving to Mexico is probably not the best idea, because wherever you go, there you are. What I would say for getting out of your own way when it comes to changing your environment is, I like to get around a body of water. So I've been lucky enough where, and perhaps this is why being around a body of water is grounding for me, because I've always been close enough to a body of water. I love to be able to get up and go drive out to go to the beach. And you go and you put your feet in the sand and you walk out into the water, and things just kind of melt away, and you have that meditation space to just find yourself and find a solution. And I tell you, you know, a lot of us know what the solutions are. It's just putting one step in front of the other that is so crippling for a lot of us. And that's why I'm here right now doing it. The last one there that ChatGPT has, it says practice self-compassion. And that is so important. So one of the things that I have been doing is, let's talk about the fact that I've said it so many times in this one video, so you know how much it's bothering me, is the fact that I have put on back quite a bit of weight. One way that I have been practicing self-compassion is purchasing fashionable items of clothing that are now an extra large. Nothing wrong with going up in size. You know, we have allowed society to cripple us and be like, no, you have to wear this size and you have to look certain ways. I'm gonna look good whatever size I am, and so I'm not gonna be the one to like buy a bunch of t-shirts and leggings and just start to look frumpy because I put on this weight. So I've started to be like, okay, I'm this size now. While I'm working to get back to the size and weight that I was before, I'm not gonna look frumpy. So I have bought quite a few dresses and just some things to make sure that I still look nice and I still feel great when I step out in the clothes that in the size that I am now, because that's just a bit of self-compassion to be like, sure, I put on this weight, I had fun putting on the weight, every morsel that I put in my mouth was delicious, and so I'm not going to beat up on myself and allow myself to be like, oh, I'm so fat and ugly now. No, 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 no. That's not how I'm talking to me. And you should try to practice some self-compassion as well, because loving yourself now doesn't mean that you're going to stay here. It means that I love myself here while I'm working to make myself even better. Yes. So I definitely agree with that self-compassion part. If you have to do like some mirror work, write down your affirmations, however it is that you have to start practicing some self-compassion, changing the narrative in your head so that you see your self-worth even more than you do now. That helps to get yourself out of your head, because it definitely helped for me to say to myself how much you know, this notion of, oh, my hair isn't done, or, you know, I can put my hair up in one and do a slick back and jump on the camera and still do my videos. Like, let that not be the crippling factor why I don't come on here and still do my do. Because this is the year, honey, that I said YouTube is going to be one of my major sources of income, and it's going to be because I'm bringing you some fire content in the traveling space. And I'm super excited for that. And it's going to be not just travel, it's going to be when I go back to Jamaica. I'm so excited to share my Jamaica with you all, so I can't wait for that too. So anyway, that was just my little spiel on how to get out of your own way so you can do the thing you know you need to do, because 9 times out of 10 we already know the thing that's going to take us to where we want to be. It's us holding us back. So if you found yourself and you've watched this video because you know that you have something that you want to do, that you need to do to get you to the next level, and you're holding yourself back, I hope that this motivated you even just a little bit to take just one step today. That's all you need to do, is take one step today, and maybe one step tomorrow, and then maybe one step next week. Just keep the momentum going, and we're gonna get there together. My name is Monique from Kingston, and I will see you in the next video, which will not be too long from now. Bye, guys.